again. We're going to show you what UJA has achieved in the past 12 months and what's going to be achieved next.
Did you know UJA is behind the whole Jewish community and concentrates on educating young Jewish children, like these?
They could be your children or even your grandchildren, and they are the future of our community.
And hello again from Israel. We're going to show you how UJA is building a living bridge between our communities in the north of Israel and yours in the UK. So, welcome to UJA.
The long-term future of our community relies on UJA making us proud and knowledgeable British Jews. Here's Doug Crickler.
Unfortunately, many young British Jews have no connection to Israel or Jewish life. The population in the Jewish community in this country has declined by 40% in the last 50 years. So UJA has to be proactive in its approach and its investments. We're investing over £5 million in Jewish education in the UK year on year.
Of course, education begins here in nurseries and kindergartens.
There are more Jewish children chasing places in Jewish nurseries and schools than ever before. UJA is now the single biggest charity working in Jewish schools across the community. We find teachers, we train teachers, we develop teachers, we create new curriculum, and we're now responsible for ensuring that there's a coherent strategy for Jewish schools across the community for the next 20 years.
And then at Jewish primary and secondary schools, UJA funds teacher training and resources.
UJA is now rolling out a 12-year curriculum to cover Jewish studies, Hebrew, and Israel to the standards of the national curriculum, and is now in over 32 Jewish schools. Feedback from teachers has been excellent, and pupils have been able to dramatically improve their knowledge, skills and understanding.
And at non-Jewish secondary schools, that's UJA JAMS, otherwise known as Jewish Activities in Mainstream Schools. This enables UJA and other Jewish organisations to educate all Jewish school children.
JAMS is great because I know more about Judaism, and so I know more about myself and my background and where I come from.
JAMS has been amazingly successful this year. We have trebled the number of activities we're doing in mainstream schools, and we're in more regional schools than ever before.
Outside school, UJA has been very successful too.
The My Fund programme was recently launched by Sarah Brown at number 10.
We're at 10 Downing Street and we're really happy to be here to launch My Fund.
Philanthropists and educators teach young people from bar mitzvah and bat mitzvah age how to become the philanthropists of the future. Based on Jewish values of tzedakah and social justice, they research their favourite charities and then donate a proportion of their bar mitzvah funds. UJA matches their donations, like for like.
Also outside school are the Jewish youth movements, and they all rely on UJA.
UJIA impacts on over 15,000 Jewish young people on a regular basis throughout the year. Our funding enables informal Jewish education on summer camps, winter camps and weekly activities throughout the year, every year.
Through the youth movements, UJA enables over 50% of Jewish 16-year-olds to go on UJA Israel Experience. That's over 1,200 young people each year.
The Israel programmes are a rite of passage for Jewish 16-year-olds. They truly are a life-changing experience. They forge great Jewish connections with the State of Israel, form friendships which last a lifetime, and become much more mature in the process.
There's nothing more important than the UJIA bringing people to Israel. There is no better way of understanding Israel than seeing Israel for yourself.
The UJIA offers financial support to families who are not in a position to afford the cost of programmes. This year we are giving close to £250,000 to over 270 families.
It's an amazing achievement, but there's still nearly 50% of Jewish 16-year-olds missing out. There's still work to be done. Once we leave school, UJA is still behind us when we go to university.
The UJIA enables us to offer a wide range of cultural and educational and leadership activities for over 8,000 Jewish students on over 50 university campuses. The UJIA is one of the largest funders of the Union of Jewish Students, and in these troubled times, we need their backing more than ever.
It's really important that we ensure that we have top quality leaders in the community. Last year we trained over 700 young leaders, and now with our flagship programme Lead Now, we'll be training dozens of youth movement and UJS workers.
Leadership is vital for the future of our community, and has enabled UJA to build important links to Westminster and the Israeli government.
The UJA is a wonderful organization that does a lot for enhancing the relationship between the United Kingdom and Israel. I personally have witnessed the different projects that the UJA is doing in the northern parts of Israel. Amazing projects which I think each and every one of you could be very, very proud.
We're really proud of UJA's living bridge that connects us from here in the UK to you in the north of Israel.
Wow, thanks Hannah and Josh. So, here in the north of Israel, Danny and I really appreciate what UJA is doing. Take a look. We have high unemployment and a poor education system here. For many people that we know, the future is not good. We spoke to Mick Davis about this.
Today, UJA is improving young people's lives with education, with infrastructure, and with opportunities to develop this region. When I spoke to you last year, Tel Chai was just a building site. Today, thanks to your investment, Tel Chai is open and is a vibrant center for biotechnology, life and computer sciences.
We help these students to get out of their poverty. We help them to success, and we help this beautiful area, the gallery, to develop. We have 3,500 students. We would like to have more, much more.
UJA also funds Israel Corps to improve the lives of all Israelis through volunteering. At present, 700 volunteers do good deeds for needy people.
When I volunteer, I feel that I get even more than what I give. It's an amazing thing.
You can see in Israel Corps that guys work together, which they are Ethiopians, Russians, Arabic, so it's very happy to see that we all work together.
By volunteering, these young people can better look after their poorer communities.
Volunteers from Israel Corps also help at the Kishoret Community Home. Its school was recently inaugurated with UJA's assistance to provide resources for both Jewish and Arab young people with special needs. It's a wonderful project for hope and coexistence in the future.
UJA's responsibility to the people of Galil runs to £12 million. There is a lot to do.
We still have phases 2 and 3 to complete here at Tel Chai. And here at Maroma Galil, we are building 3 new schools. Here at Shlomi, the UJA is building the first secondary school. It's a model for social change, bringing together religious and secular children. Local philanthropists and the Israeli government have helped us in these investments, but we are reliant on donors. Donors from here in the UK.
That's right. Well, it's been great catching up with you.
And for everyone watching,
whether it's from our home in the north of Israel
or from our home in the United Kingdom,
it's thanks to you.
And thanks to UJA, there's a bright Jewish future for us all.
Because UJA is behind us.
And UJA is behind you.